I don't even know what to say. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. It's also heartbreaking. As a wrestling fan, it's very heartbreaking to see this is the result. This is the result of a man's career after being gone for 7 years. 7 years. This is how it ends. Decades of creating some of the best moments in all of professional wrestling. Not just WWE, all of professional wrestling. This guy opened doors, brought a whole new spotlight to the indie circuit. And this is how his career ends. I'm not trying to sit here and put the blame on anyone. If anything else, yeah, CM Punk, hey, I can't sit here and say he doesn't share any responsibility because he helped. He aided. He is responsible for how this ends. Is it all his fault? No. But I can't sit here and say that the fix was in. The fix wasn't in. Come on now. CM Punk got all that he ever wanted. I cannot stress enough. He came back with a hero's welcome in 2021 in Chicago. Sold out the United Center on a prayer. No hype, no build. Hey, CM Punk, they didn't even say his name. You just got people saying best in the world here and there. No hype, no indication. They sold out that building, 20,000 plus, chanting CM Punk. They played his music. They got his theme song, brought the right Sakota personality. And everything was great. Everything was looking good. Until not even a year later, Colt Cabana gets fired. And then brought back. And then people started blaming Punk for it. And homeboy blew up. He started going into business for himself. He took things too far. CM Punk is not someone that likes to handle things calmly. When things come at him, when people are bothering him, they poke the bear. He nukes everyone and everything around him. That is CM Punk. That's always how he's been. The media scrum last year was him nuking everyone and everything around him. But despite what happened last year, they brought him back this year. They gave him another chance. They gave him another chance. And this time around, the second chance was bigger than the first time. They gave him his own show on Saturday, Collision. They paid him all this money. David Zaslav, the CEO, the president of Warner Brothers Discovery said, we want CM Punk on Saturday. Almost didn't happen because of Ace Steel, but they gave him Ace Steel. They gave him creative control. He got to choose who and when he works with. He still got to keep the championship. Got to say over all his storylines. My goodness, they gave him the world. The keys to the castle. Millions of dollars. They invested so much into him. And yet again, got into a fight. Wasn't even that big of a fight. It was like a 10-second fight, apparently. No one got hurt. But news says that whatever happened, they got footage of it. They spoke to legal. And Tony Khan was advised, you gotta let him go. Wow. And here we are. Here we are. goodness gracious, what a sad way to end your career. Now, I have, and still am, a fan of CM Punk's work. I have always defended him, even now. I cannot lie to you and say that I hate CM Punk. Nah, I'm still a huge fan of his work. I'm never going to stop being a fan of his work. But there is a side of me that wishes he would have handled things a different way. And look, let me go ahead and read what the statement was for CM Punk being fired. This was released on AEW's Twitter, right off of their Twitter website. Their Twitter and their website, apparently. And this comes straight from Tony Khan. It comes straight from Tony Khan himself. Here's what it says. It says, All Elite Wrestling has terminated the wrestler and employment agreements between Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, and AEW with cause effective immediately. The termination was confirmed today by Tony Khan, CEO, General Manager, and Head of Creative of AEW. The termination follows a week-long eternal investigation of an incident occurring backstage at AEW, All In London on Sunday, August 27th. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee met and later convened with outside legal counsel before making a unanimous recommendation to Khan that CM Punk be terminated. With CM Punk being terminated with cause. He didn't have a choice. It wasn't Tony Khan's call at this point. When legal, the discipline committee, when they come together and say, dude, he has to go. What does Tony Khan have to say? Is he gonna be like, no? He has no choice. God. No details on what the footage was, but if it was so bad that even like legal counsel and the committee said he's gotta go, then let me read to you what Tony Khan said here, and then I'll just go off and just talk about how this makes me feel, because I have a lot of feelings. But Tony Khan said the following: Phil played an important role within AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of his AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone. Well, thank you for taking responsibility, Tony. Of course, I wish I didn't have to share this news, which may come as a disappointment to many of our fans. Oh, Chicago! And you're live in Collision? You're live at Collision tonight and tomorrow for All Out. Ooh. I'm gonna have my thoughts in just a second, but we'll see how it turns out. They might be kind to Tony. Who am I kidding? Nevertheless, I am making the decision in the best interests of the many amazing people who make AEW possible every week. Our talent, staff, venue operators, and many others whose efforts are unsung, but essential. I love that. But essential to bringing our fans great shows on television and at arenas and stadiums throughout the world. And I quote, that's it. That's the end of the quote. Look, let me put it to you this way. I'm not mad at Tony Khan for the decision he made. I think when you have legal involved, you don't say no to that. You just don't. And when it comes to the image of AEW, whether you're a fan of CM Punk or not, All In got overshadowed. All In is, well, still is, but ultimately was supposed to be the talk of the town. That was supposed to be the shining beacon. The It was supposed to be their time to tell the world that, hey, we are here. We are just as big as WWE. We're no longer a t-shirt company. But instead of talking about that, they were talking about CM Punk getting into a fight with Jack Perry. And now they're going to talk about CM Punk being fired from AEW. The law is the law. And apparently whatever CM Punk did, it was too big. It was too bad. I just hate that he did it right before All Out. I gotta talk about that. I think the timing of this could not have been any worse. This is perhaps the worst time to fire somebody, especially CM Punk. You can say what you want about him. You can say he's an asshole. You can say he's toxic. You can say he's a cancer. All of it's coming. I have my feelings about the situations based off of the reports. Like, to me, fuck around and find out. That's my thoughts on everything that happened with him. Because all the drama we heard about Colt Cabana, Hangman Page, the Elite, even Jack Perry, even something with Ryan Nemeth and certain talent not showing up at Collision. I mean, that's what happens when you poke the bear. Colt Cabana was not his fault. Like Tony Khan firing CM Punk. Okay, we know who's in charge of that. We know who's responsible for that. That was Tony Khan. Same thing with Colt Cabana. But Punk got the blame. Hangman Page went into business for himself. Punk took it too far by shooting at him on TV and then doing the media scrum where he shot on Hangman and the Elites. Ryan Nemeth, him approaching him backstage, him stopping him from showing up on Saturday. Christopher Daniels not being able to show up on Collision because he's friends with the Elite. Now Jack Perry, who's also friends with the Elite, going on TV saying, cry me a river, real glass, like an idiot. And he is an idiot, and he probably did that to pop his friends, who, by the way, are the Elite. So yeah, like, there is a side of me that's like, yeah, the fix was kind of in on CM Punk here. It's like everywhere he goes, people were really trying to bother him. They were really poking the bear. I do believe that. I don't think CM Punk went out of his way to start shit with anybody, but it doesn't matter. The problem with CM Punk isn't that he starts shit, is that he takes too far. He takes it too far when he retaliates. He takes it way too far. And he took it too far. He took it too far with, of all people, Jack Perry! Jack Perry! That's how you end your career. By getting into a fight with Jack Perry? Not Kenny Omega, not Hangman Page, not the Bucks, not anybody like Major, but Jack Perry. Why? That's sad, man. One of the greatest of all time. One of the best talkers. The best on the microphone for sure. A man that calls himself the best in the world by the time before he got fired. Top merchandise seller. Top draw. Has some awesome programs and awesome match against Samoa Joe at All In. All that. You let your career go to shit. You let it end because Jack Perry was mad. Jack Perry got mad. He couldn't use real glass. That's how you win your career. Getting into an unnecessary confrontation against Jack fucking Perry. The more I talk about it, the more upset I get. He quit WWE because his health was deteriorating. He did it for the best for him. I still stand by CM Punk leaving WWE because that place was killing him. The place that he was in, mentally, physically, was not good for him. He had to leave. He had to leave. I cannot say that he's a martyr coming out of this. This is not him being a martyr. CM Punk can't be seen as a martyr. I don't think he can be. He can't go on a Colt Cabana podcast or whatever podcast and talk about, the reason I was fired is because these assholes did this and this and this and this to me. No, like, CM Punk plays a role in him getting fired. Again, I don't think he started the shit, but he took it too far. You didn't need to go on TV to bury Hangman Page. You didn't need to do what you do at the media scrum. Burying Colt Cabana, burying Hangman Page, burying the Elite. You didn't need to go up to Ryan Nemeth. You didn't need to start a fight with Jack Perry. You didn't need to do any of that shit. So yeah, he does play a role in him getting fired. So much so that even legal was like, we can't have him no more. This sucks. And it sucks not for the fans. And I'm not just talking about Chicago. I pray for the sanctity of everyone performing at All Out. Well, at Collision tonight, but All Out tomorrow. I do not think Chicago's going to be nice to them. Oh my goodness. There's so much potential wasted. So much potential we didn't even get to see. That's one thing I'm upset about. At the very least, and I'm not Tony Khan, but if I was in charge, I would have told Punk, look, we're going to fire you after All Out. So I'm going to need you to show up at Collision tonight, and then tomorrow you're going to lose to Ricky Starks and put him over, and then you're going to say goodbye. And you're going to tell them why. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have outright terminated him. I would have been like, okay, guys, here's what's getting ready to happen. CM Punk's final days are happening today and then tomorrow. Here's why he's being fired, but at least we're going to give you his final days and we're going to terminate his contract and we're going to pay him for it. That's what I would have done. At least give him a proper send-off, not just straight up fire him. But what can you do? What can you do? It's done. Could they always hire him back? I don't know if that's the right call now. You can't just fire him and then be like, okay, my bad, here. Nah, like that's crazy. And we got people saying, well, does this mean he's going to WWE? Ain't it a bit too early? A little too early to be wanting that? Do I think he'll eventually go to Look, let's just call it like it is. If you guys think WWE is above hiring CM Punk, you're crazy. Vince, Triple H, everybody in charge, Nick Khan, Bruce Pritchard, all the suits are looking at this situation and going, okay, we're going to let that blow over. They're going to bring him in. If you think WWE would not bring in CM Punk, you are out of your mind. If anything else, because AEW fired him, oh, they're definitely bringing him in. They're going to keep him on a short leash. Oh, they're keeping him on a huge... The leash is going to be, like, that thin. That thin. But give it a year or so. Do not be surprised if he showed up in WWE. Just do not be surprised. Some of you are saying it ain't happening. All right. I wouldn't be shocked if Phil made an appearance at the Rumble. Not 2024, but 2025, absolutely. But it's way, way too early to be talking about CM Punk showing up. I don't even see that happening. Way too early. What I hate is that all the haters, all the detractors who hated CM Punk irrationally, you just gave them all the ammunition to be as toxic and fucked up as they could to CM Punk. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve some of the heat, but a lot of the things that people were saying about Punk were just outright nasty. It's crazy the amount of irrational hate CM Punk got. I'm not saying he shouldn't have any heat. But, like, I saw people saying that he was never a draw. He could never sell out an arena, although he returned at a stadium in 2021 and sold that thing out on a prayer! No one wants to give him his credit. And now after this, they have all the ammunition to say, psh, CM Punk is one of the worst wrestlers of all time. God, man. And I hate, this is what I am going to say. I hate that he got fired this way because once again, they're not going to let him finish his run. At the very least, you should have at least let him finish his feud with Ricky Starks. Have Ricky Starks beat him. And then CM Punk gets to say goodbye. He's not even going to get a chance to say goodbye. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to make him a martyr again. Oh, more CM Punk chants. Well, you thought they were gone, well, now they're definitely coming back. And because you didn't, we still don't know what happened last year at the media scrum. They never released a statement about that. We're not going to know what happened with him and Jack Perry. Now you're going to leave everything in the air for fans to speculate because you're not transparent, because you've refused to come out and say what the hell happened. Everyone's going to think he was a martyr, which means CM Punk chants, which gives him all the power in the world. If he decides he wants to go somewhere else, whether it's Impact Wrestling, whether it's NWA, whether it's WWE, whether it's Japan, the fans are going to follow him. People are calling me delusional. Alyx, you're delusional with him coming to WWE. First off, I'm good with him not going to WWE. You just assume something there. When you assume you make an ass out of you and me, okay? If CM Punk doesn't return to WWE, I'm good. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm just saying, don't be crazy and think that it's not going to happen. They brought back the Ultimate Warrior, who is a lot worse than CM Punk. Oh, woo! As much as I adore him and the fact that his life ended the way that it did, you know, it's sad that that's how a legend, that's another one whose life just ended in such a tragic way. He was just about to make amends for all the mistakes in his life, and then he passed away. Seriously. And that sucks. But Ultimate Warrior made some racial slurs, bigot, homophobe. My goodness, Ultimate Warrior was a lot worse than CM Punk, and they still brought him back. So if they can bring back Ultimate Warrior, don't sit there and pretend CM Punk's not going to come back. Now, you can sit there and say that, and then all of a sudden, when he comes back, be like, what? I'm going to be like, well, yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan said the N-word, and they still bring him on TV. CM Punk hasn't done that bad. He just took things too far with a couple of idiots who probably deserved it, but he didn't do it professionally. I don't know what they do. I don't know where they go from here, but let me end it with this. I'll go to the live chat because I see super chats coming in. I want to give the fans the floor when it comes to CM Punk, because I'm very curious to know what your comments will say, what the live chat's going to say. I, at no point in time, said Tony Khan made a mistake. In my mind, I still don't think, despite the fact that I think it was a little too soon, I'm not necessarily with the way he did it. I'm not against CM Punk being fired. I don't like it. personally as a fan, I'm sad. I'm heartbroken. Tony Khan had to do this. Hear me when I say that. Tony Khan had to do this. What's the one thing we've been saying? What is the one thing we've been saying about All Elite Wrestling? That is a high school environment. There is no structure. There is no discipline. It is the jungle. The inmates run the asylum. We've been saying that for years now, way before CM Punk came in. CM Punk just exacerbated it. We've been saying that for the longest time. Now that Tony Khan can stand on the heel and say, I fired my top merchandise seller. I fired my top draw. I fired one of the greatest of all time because he couldn't be professional. And he put me in a spot where I had no choice. If he can fire CM Punk, Jack Perry, Colt Cabana, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, Sammy Guevara, Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley, nobody is exempt. He had to do this. The buck stops with Tony Khan. He had to let people know, fuck you guys, cross me, I'm firing you. I just fired CM Punk. What makes you special? Yeah, show up late. Yeah, get into another fight. Let me catch someone else getting into a fight backstage. Try me. Poke this bear and see what happens. Now that he fired CM Punk, best believe that the locker room is going to be in order now. The locker room's going to be like, okay. All right, Tony. We won't fucks with you. That's what needed to happen. Tony put his foot down. We've been asking Tony, be a leader. Put your foot down. Tony says, all right, boom, foot's down. So how he handles All Out, well, Collision tonight, Jesus Christ, and All Out going forward, man, it's going to determine if he's really capable. And this is going to be a big hole to fill. This is a massive hole. Collision? Oh, I don't even want to think about Collision. Man. Collision might be done. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, all that money that David Zaslav invested into Collision because of CM Punk. What's funny is I actually made a skit. I made a skit about CM Punk being fired. And, man, I'm not going to post it now. I'm not posting it. Because it's, it's inappropriate, number one, but it's just sad. So, Collision was already suffering. It just became another rampage. Hey, let me know if y'all still want me to release my skit. I don't think it's necessary, but I still might release it. It's called CM Punk Haters Say Part 2. Alright, well, tell you what, I'll make you a deal. We have 500 people live, 103 likes. If you get me to 200 likes before I cut this stream off, and you're gonna have an extra 10 minutes, I'll post it. Nah, fuck that. If this live stream, I'm going for the heels now. If this live stream, when I post it, gets 500 likes, I'll post the video. I'll just post it. It's on my phone. I just need to get 500 likes. But, yeah, that's sad, man. CM Punk is gone. CM Punk's gone. He's gone. That's it. I don't even think he's gonna come back at this point. Why would he come back? Should he come back? What do you do after all this? Man, this was supposed to be the run for him. This was supposed to be the run. This was it. He was supposed to come in and be one of the greatest of all time. We all had high hopes for him. God, this is how it ends. This is how it fucking ends. Over a fight with Jack Perry over some dumb glass. Best in the world. Really? I don't know. Maybe another 7-year hiatus. Maybe another 7-year hiatus, and then he comes back, and then AEW tries it again. I don't know, man. I'm sad. Tony Khan did what he had to do. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. And I'm mad. I'm upset at CM Punk. I'm mad and upset at everybody else involved, but I'm mad at CM Punk for allowing this to happen. Let's go to the super chats. You guys had the floor. What do y'all have to say? Because I'm just... God.
Laughing at the people saying Punk's going to WWE. The second someone in the locker room says they don't like Punk, he's gonna be throwing hands again.
Yeah, I mean, he explodes every single time someone does something confrontational. No matter how small or big it is. Damn. That's sad, man. Although I still see WWE bringing him in. I'm not saying they are. Not like today. Or even this year. But to say that they won't bring him in, that's just crazy. Oh, Jesus. We got a lot of donations coming in. Alright. I'll just go crazy with those donations. Why don't you? And people subscribing. I appreciate all of it. Look, I appreciate the love and support by all the people here. I really do. Well, this is sad.
Even if WWE wanted him, would he want to go to WWE?
I mean, he's already talking to people from WWE. He's already letting people know that he's interested. So... he just got done talking to APA. I don't know, man. That's sad.
Punk would be choking The Miz out backstage a month into a WWE run LMAO. Dude's way to high risk at this point to hire for anything long term.
Well, clearly. I can't even defend him at that point. It's just, God, that's sad. I can't defend him. He got fired. 'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy red.
The Elite were 100% behind this. The way they smirked backstage on his debut says it all. They planned the seeds for all of this, and now fans are wondering who and what started the fire.
Man, We'll never know.
WTF, this sucks.
Sega. What else do you say other than that? This is horrible. God, it sucks as a wrestling fan.
In L.A. Night Voice, Triple H was right, yeah, lol grin.
Yeah. God, man. I know a lot of people are going to be, celebrating in the streets. I'm sorry. This is way too sad for me to celebrate. I don't see how anybody can celebrate this. This is a disappointing. Uh-oh. I became a CM Punk fan because of Punk. Screw Jack Perry. Yeah, that's a sad one. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donations. Oh my god. So many donations.
Donating since I haven't been here for a while. Work kicked my A asterisk. Also good on Tony showing the locker room he does have a breaking point.
Oh, for sure. Jonathan Lemon Wrestling Show, thank you for the donation, my friend. Thank you for all the people donating and contributing to the channel. I appreciate that. And it's oh man, I don't see how anyone can be happy about this. This is sad, disappointing, frustrating. Tony did what he had to do, yes, but man, I really, really wish we would have done it differently. Like, really, really wish we would have done something else. Seriously.
Also after defeating Punk, Glass for AEW Real World Champion.
Oh, goodness gracious. The Glass got CM Punk fired. Now, some people are saying they're not even sad. I'm sad! This was supposed to be his return run. I waited 7 years for him to come back. This how it ends? I am beyond upset and sad.
AEW needs Punk, not the other way around. Punk will have the last laugh. The Elite and all of their cronies are not a draw, like it or not.
Well, even though they needed Punk, they made the right decision firing him. They made the right decision. It was for the best of the company. I don't like it. I hate it. But it had to be done. We growing. I think I might actually hit 36,000 because of this stream. I've jumped a huge number of subscribers. I appreciate that.
I went to the first All In and the first All Out. I also went to the first Dance and Debut Collison. If he's gonna ruin my favorite two shows, bye Punk.
Oh, man. Oh, I feel bad for Tony. Oh, man. Ugh. Chicago's gonna be furious tonight and tomorrow. Man.
Jack Perry is not even good. He's terrible, seriously.
Nah, that's not fair. He is good. He's not great. He has a lot of potential to be someone great one day. But, yeah, to get fired over Jack Perry. God, man. Oh, that's sad. I'm again. I am speechless.
Imagine the backlash if the Elite does something wrong after this and get off after Punk firing.
Oh, no. No one gonna do anything wrong. Now Tony's like, okay, look, bitches. If I can fire CM Punk, the rest of y'all can go. Seriously. And people are asking me, am I going to talk about Payback? Guys, we have a Payback stream. Payback's going to happen later tonight. Okay, this is CM Punk right now. It's CM Punk talk.
Eddie Kingston said it best. Nobody in that AEW locker room wanted Punk there.
That was a shoot. That was a planned shoot. That was that was discussed beforehand. It wasn't like he went into business for himself.
I came in late. Is the investigation out to the public? Did you talk about it?
No, he didn't release the investigation. He just fired Punk as a result of the investigation. Here's what the investigation is. Tony Khan already made up in his mind that he was going to let Punk go. That's the investigation. The Young Bucks are backstage, apparently, at Collision. Oh, of course they are.
I'm sad. NOOOOOOOOOOOOOOO.
Yes. Oh. That is really, really sad. I mean, what else do you say to that besides this is a very, very sad thing to see.
I think Punk did it on purpose.
Someone else said that too. Someone was saying that Punk started all this drama to force Tony Khan to fire him because he was too scared to quit. Too much of a coward to quit. Man. And no, it's not a work. If Punk shows up tonight, despite all this.
Nah. Hey, goodbye.
Who here remembers when Jim Ross got on the microphone that one time on Raw? Nah. Hey. Goodbye. That's exactly what that sounded like. I'm gonna be real with you. If the Elite, if Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks open this fucking show tonight, nah, that better not happen, Chief. Nah, they better just be backstage. If they show up on screen They better not show up. They better not even show their fucking faces in Chicago. You know Kenny's gonna get booed tomorrow, right? God, man. I really wish they would have let him do the event and then let him go. Oh, man. Ugh.
Fragile mind, fragile ego, fragile body, Moxley.
I don't know. I don't know. We gotta be careful, y'all. WrestleSpire says he brought toxicity to the company, so goodbye. Well, there was already toxicity there, but yeah, he brought it to the forefront, that's for sure. Man, if they play CM Punk's music and Jack Perry shows up, that place will riot. That place will lose its mind if they try that. Jonathan Lemon Wrestling Show. Chicago's gonna lose it tonight. Yeah, the timing is not great. He did what he had to do. He couldn't have waited until after All Out. Let CM Punk say goodbye. Is Jack Perry getting by? It doesn't sound like it. Man. Oh, man.
Best opening match would be Colt Cabana versus Hangman.
I don't even know anymore. Man, imagine Jack Perry walking out on tonight to Cult of Personality. Oh, he's gonna have all the heat in the world. Oh, that's the wrong kind of heat. That would be the wrong kind of heat, man.
Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Oh, the firing was perfect timing. Payback is tonight, but what's everyone talking about AEW and Punk being fired? People going to turn into Collision.
Look. Whatever happens is what happens. I think Tony Khan made the best decision, honestly. I don't fault him for it. Tony did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. I fucking hate it as a wrestling fan. But what a... You could not pick the worst time to fire him. At the same time, it is one of those things where it's like, okay, if he doesn't fire him now, then when? That's rough. Man, that Dark Side of the Ring episode for CM Punk is gonna be fire, huh? Oh, that Dark Side of the Ring episode? 2 hours. Biggest ratings they've ever seen. Tony Khan did what he had to do. Simple as that. He had to establish order. Like, you had to do what you needed to do, man. Yes, I don't think Jack Perry's in the show tonight. I was just making a joke, guys. That was a joke. We got people like, so Jack Perry's gonna show up? No, he's not. It was a joke. Okay? No one is bigger than AEW. I do feel bad, though, that we just couldn't make it work. Alright, guys, look. I need to get ready for, I gotta get ready for Payback. Look, I would like to be up here to talk all day, but Payback's going to happen in an hour. I got to get something to eat. Just give me your thoughts. Over 400 people. 500 likes if you want me to release the skit that I was going to release today, but then this happened. So 500 likes, and then leave your thoughts down below. Go off. CM Punk's fired. Nothing else to really add here. So I'll see you guys later tonight for more reviews here. Just Alyx's channel. And if you like what I had to say, you want more, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. It was a good run, Phil. If I see you again in WWE, awesome. But I think this is it. If this is it, thank you for the memories. I hate this is how your career ends. But then the breaks. Thank you all for being here. I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.
When you're when you're